make sure I did go live at least today. If anybody has any questions, that's what today's session is all about. I apologize for any technical difficulties, a bit of a late start today. We're working on a new setup here, Priscilla and I, and so it's been nice to play with some new technology and try and improve our game here for everybody. I'm not sure if you are following this channel or not, if you've seen what Priscilla announced recently as well about our Brahma Mahurta challenge. Recently, our guru, Bhagavan Nithyananda, has been really encouraging us to join and start yoga at the time that it should be started, which is during Brahma Mahurta, the time before the sun rises. And Priscilla started a WhatsApp group, and we've had a really awesome response. We've had, I think, over 80 people, close to 80 people, could be more, could be a little bit less, that are now in that group. And they're all getting up at Brahma Mahurta with us. And it's nice to see. It's nice to inspire a group of individuals that are joining us during that time. It's very the most auspicious time to be practicing yoga. And so if you have not yet done that, maybe what I'll do after I finish this live is I'll post that link down below, and you guys can join us for that. And really, it's just a WhatsApp group where we all come together and we just check in with one another, say, hey, did you get up? You know, and we got people from all over the world. We've got people from India, Europe, the US, Canada, the UK. So it's a global movement that's happening, and we're not all getting up at the same time, but we definitely would recommend that you do get up during Brahma Mahurta. And if you do that, that's where you're really going to get the most benefits from your yoga practice. So today I've just decided to just jump into a live Q&A. I missed last weekend, so I just thought I would jump right into this for everybody. And so let's do that. Rashad, nice to have you here, buddy. How to manifest? That's a pretty broad question. How to manifest? It really does start, in my opinion, with integrity. I would say in particular with your vak. So everybody knows we have, not everybody maybe, but we all have different energy centers, and the vak shakti, the vak siddhi, is the throat center. When you are integrated to your word, that is, let's say you say that I'm going to get up at 4:30 and you sleep in and you don't get up until 7, then that lack of integrity between your word and your actions is maybe one of the first things that you should start with. Because even when you declare that you want something, you want to manifest something, I don't know what you want to manifest. It was a pretty broad question, but if you're not aligned to your very word, then at the very beginning, you can almost like block whatever it is that you want to manifest. It's like, do you really want to manifest it? For instance, if you want to manifest a yogic body, wake up at 4:30. And if you're not waking up at 4:30, even though you're saying that, then you're out of integrity with your vak. So being integrated to your vak, to your word, is, I would say, the first step towards, maybe not the first step, but it's one of the first steps towards manifesting what you want. Get clear, be integrated with what you want. Be sturdy with your vak. It is a power. You can say something and it will manifest. It's a yogic siddhi that's been used for thousands of years. And people say, cities are distractions. Well, we all want to manifest things. And the best way to start is really make sure that you're integrated to your word. So I would say you could start there. And if you want to learn more, I mean, my guru can obviously go into a lot more depth and details on that. You could just type in Nithyananda Power of Manifestation, and he can elaborate on a lot of different ways of approaching manifestation. Just the one that showed up in my third eye right away was vak. Be integrated to your vak. So I hope that helps, Rashad. Sorry, lost that. Serena, I'm not understanding that question. Is it true Nithyananda went Radma before. I don't know what you're asking. Sorry. If you can maybe repeat that. Messy Jesse, how would you recommend using ashwagandha? So there's a few different things with ashwagandha. They've done multiple studies on this, and it seems from their studies, they never went any higher than 600 micrograms. And how they took that was 2 doses of 300 micrograms per day. And what a lot of the studies have shown is that it does increase testosterone. One specific study, and I'm not going to reference it exactly right here, but from my research, one specific study was saying that it increases testosterone 14%. But that is only 600 micrograms per day. And Prasida has actually said that, no, you could be taking much more than just 600 micrograms, actually. So 600 micrograms, it's less than half a teaspoon, I think. And it's much less than half a teaspoon. It's like, I want to say almost like a quarter teaspoon. So what I'm taking now is I'm taking 1 gram of ashwagandha at least once a day, and I mix it with maca. And I talked about this last week, actually. What I do, what a part of my morning routine is, I have 3 different drinks now. One of them is ashwagandha mixed with maca, and it's about a teaspoon to a teaspoon, and then I just mix it with a little water, and I kind of shoot that back. Another one is my spirulina and chlorella, which I just start to mix into my daily routine as well. And again, I just put 1 teaspoon, and I mix in with a little bit of water and shoot it back. And then my third one is what I mentioned last week, a company called Brain MD that have sponsored me. They give me Brain MD gives this. They give this one product called Bright Minds. Excuse the phone, everybody, but they give this one product called Bright Minds, and it's a mix of all these different vitamins and nutrients that I don't get in my day-to-day diet. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. But so those are my 3 main. And the ashwagandha, to come back to what you're saying, Messy Jesse, is it tastes terrible. It doesn't taste great, but it's nothing compared to harataki. But I do, to make it taste better, I mix it with maca, which I would really highly recommend for anybody, just because it makes it taste so much better. Which came first, Tamil language or Sanskrit? Which mantra is more powerful between the two? Swamiji actually said that on Shiva's, why is the name blank? Damaru. You know, on either side, when he created the cosmos, on the one side was Sanskrit, the vibration of Sanskrit, and the other side was the vibration of Tamil. So they came together, the 2 languages. They both came to planet Earth at the same time. So they're both the cosmic language, so to speak. As far as chanting, though, like chanting in Sanskrit, or Sanskritam is how it's actually pronounced, is much more powerful, in my opinion. But I've never chanted Tamil, but this is just from everything that I've learned. And so if you're going to chant anything, definitely chant in Sanskritam. But the Tamil language and the Sanskrit language actually came simultaneously. That's a really good question, YVNG. How to connect with angel and spirit guide and ask for a problem solution. Vishal, so when I actually first had my spiritual awakening, I was very far away from Hinduism at that point, and I really was connecting with Archangel Michael. I had learned about angels and whatnot, and I eventually became aware of this Archangel Michael. And so when I started to try and connect with him, it was just, they're waiting. All the angels and gods and goddesses, they're all waiting for you to connect with them. They want you to communicate with them. You just need to sit down, take the time and do it, and then keep them at the forefront of your consciousness throughout your day-to-day life, and they'll play with you. They'll let you know that you're there. just saying this brings back moments where I just knew that I was being guided, that I just knew that I was being taken care of, that Archangel Michael was there. And it was really cool because people would actually, like, people that could see other entities were like, yeah, I see him with you. And I didn't necessarily need that positive reinforcement, but it was nice. And so the simple way to connect to them is just consciously connect to them. Take the time every morning. I mean, for me, now I'm only connecting to Swamiji. He's my guide. I know he's everywhere. He's always with me. But if you're wanting to connect to angels and spirit guides, you just literally need to have a thought about them, and they're in your space. They're there with you. They don't need to travel across the universe. They're beyond the time and space. So just being conscious of connecting with them. And if you can't remember that, just write things down. When I was first going through my awakening, and I actually thought about this yesterday, I was thinking about writing down like my morning read. I used to have this one long piece of paper that I would read everything. It would just like kind of help snap me out of the matrix mindset and matrix lifestyle. Today, I've gotten away from that. I just have my routine where I'm doing kriyas, puja, yoga, and satsang. And so I've gotten kind of away from reading a list of things that are important to me. But like I said, I just thought about doing this yesterday. So I'm probably going to start that back up. And I would suggest, if you need that reminder, to start with that as well. Obviously, having a thought is one level, but to actually make a physical action and to write something down that you're consciously wanting to connect to your spirit guides, that would definitely help as well. So, Vishal, it's just really about a deep, conscious decision to connect to them. Satish, yes, it's almost very late in India. I think it's 11 p.m. there, 10:30 here, 11 p.m. there. Thanks for staying up if you're here. I mix ashwagandha with Brahmi, says Missy Jessie. That works too. I scrolled down. I missed a bunch of comments. But just be aware, when you mix certain substances together in Ayurveda with specific herbs, it does change the consistency. It does change its effect in your body. Off the top of my head, I can't tell you exactly how those two herbs work together. I can look into that though, and if you follow up with me, maybe I can, or I'll just look into that, and I'll maybe how should I get to tell you that? I'll look into that, and then I'll throw it into a next video or something. Okay. Bhavya, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Bakula, Nithyananda, I would like to ask you something. Please, Swamiji is moving coconut on a tablet, etc. How come then I am not having a breakthrough in my finances? I would like to have a breakthrough. Okay, so I think you're saying that you can move a coconut on a tablet, but you want a breakthrough in your finances. First of all, that's awesome that you're manifesting power of consciousness over matter. Congratulations. So you want to break the barrier between finances and coconut. Life is more complicated than one piece of matter. That's how I would start that off. One coconut in front of you is just one object, one piece of matter. When you're talking about finances, you're talking about a deeper complexity of the material world. So you're not just moving one piece of matter, you're talking about moving other life energies now. So it is a greater power. However, it's the same power, it's the same quality. You just need to manifest more depth of quantity of consciousness over matter. And this is the ultimate challenge with anything. The thing is, we don't need to overcomplicate things as well. I love actually listening to Gary Vaynerchuk talk, because he is like Swamiji's like little minion in the matrix. Not minion, I shouldn't call him a minion, but everything that Gary V is talking about, Swamiji is already living, and like times a million, But Gary's always talking about this intensity, living with intensity, like making actions, like creating content, like being really active, involving yourself, being patient. These types of qualities, and I really want to focus on the intensity, is so important when it's coming to manifesting in your day-to-day life. Manifestation, in my opinion, is a result of deep intensity towards life. So I would really, if you're wanting to improve your finances and improve life in any way, in any dimension, always first come to the depth of your integrity and your intensity. So integrity meaning, like, if you want to improve your finances, okay, that's great. You know what your objective is. Be integrated to that and be deeply intense towards making that happen. Now, this is a lot simpler and easier said than done. This is just a very base overview, but I would first ask somebody to look in, how intense are you towards changing your finances, towards improving your relationships? And intensity could mean something like not allowing yourself to sleep another 15 minutes, like getting up early and not napping throughout the day. It could mean having 3 more phone calls with prospective clients. It could mean using your third eye for sure. I'm talking more on a base reality, but like, are you using your third eye? Are you consciously connecting to your third eye before calling somebody? And the thing is, people get away from that because they feel like their third eye is not opened, and they'll find excuses to prove that their third eye isn't opened, or they'll just be in a space of self-doubt. But it's a constant reminder to come back, to connect to the intensity within you, connect to your third eye, connect to Swamiji, connect to whatever goddess, guru you're connected to. Continuously doing that is so important. For me, it's the basis of everything. So I would just highly recommend continuously looking at the depth of your intensity towards life. And a reflection of that will be, are you integrated towards your goal? Are you using your third eye? Are you making those phone calls? Are you continuously pushing yourself? Like that is what's needed to change your life, to alter the outer world, the outer space. Ultimately, whatever you're struggling with, whatever you're seeing in your outer world is just a reflection of your inner space. So it's all starting with your inner space. If you want to change your manifestations, if you want to increase finances, you need to start within. You need to make sure that you are changing the space within you, and then acting from that space, taking actions from that space, and then it will start to reflect in your outer world as well. So I hope that helps, Bakula. Rashad, does karma block the manifestation? No, because karma can just be discarded. Whenever you want to manifest something, it's like just the thought, the decision of it is a rejuvenation. It's like a rebirth of possibility for you. So if you are wanting to manifest, it doesn't matter whatever your decision is. If you're wanting to manifest that, the only karma that's holding you back is the karma that you're choosing to hold on to. It's a self-created bondage. So karma can't affect you in manifestation. Devesh, Guruji, Pranam, let us know something about Shiva in your view. Well, let me start off with, I am not a guru, but thank you very much for the pranams. Let us know something about Shiva in your view. In my view, Shiva is my guru, Bhagavan Nithyananda, and it's not like it's my view because it's been my experience. There's countless experiences that I've had where I'm like, oh my goodness, he's Shiva incarnated. And this doesn't mean that he's the only guru on the planet that is Shiva. There's in the Guru Gita itself, Shiva is saying that guru is God. Guru is Shiva. Shiva is the form of Guru. And that's been my experience as well. So there's Shastra Pramana and Sakshi Pramana that I can align with that. And then I've had various different experiences. So that is my view on Shiva. And Shiva, if you're not aware, Shiva is the cosmic consciousness, the creator of the cosmos, the one that is sustaining the universe, putting us into delusion, liberating us. He is everywhere. He's in everything. You can't be removed from Shiva. Abhishek, hello. I appreciate your support, my friend. Vanara, I should keep pulling up these comments like this. Sorry, everybody. Sorry if this is out of topic. I'm a musician. I'm having a creative block. How do I break through and be more creative? Be more creative. Creativity is a flow of the divine coming through you. You're a conduit of consciousness. So a creative block is in my opinion, it's always a mental block. You can't have consciousness is like a river. It's continuously like flowing through you. And the only reason that we don't cognize that is because we're putting our own mental block there. We're putting a dam in that river with our mind. So it's all about clearing your mind and then just acting from that space of whatever you feel is creativity. So I would say creativity can be dropped in like the snap of a finger. You don't need to like go for a long walk or even meditate. It could be something where you could just say Mahavakya one time. If you're a disciple of my guru, you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. From that space itself, connecting to the divine, connecting to Swamiji if he's your guru, connecting to your gods, goddesses. From that space, then just acting. Like just do something, just do anything. Because as soon as you act without thought of knowing what you're going to be doing, you're already in that wave, that current of creativity. And then you can just let that flow. So if you're a musician, if you're playing a certain instrument, for instance, you could literally just stop, chant Mahavakya, and then before even thinking, before even doing anything, if you have like your guitar in your hand or whatever you're playing, just start playing. Like don't think, just start. That is creativity. It's just playing itself and allowing consciousness to flow through you. So it's not a serious thing that you need to solve. It's just start acting from the creative space and get in that current and flow with it. So I hope that helps, Vanara. Let me see here. I lost my spot. Thanks everybody for tuning in too. I really do appreciate it. And I apologize again for not making it last week, but I'm glad we're able to do this. Sorry guys, I lost my spot. Hey, Atma Linga, where is available in Delhi? Satendra. If you go to the website and log in, I'll put the description below after this live stream of how you can sign up for an Atma Linga. But I believe there is a center in Delhi. I'm not sure the exact location. So if you're in India, there's a bunch of different satsang centers I know of, and there's a few different ashrams as well. But it would have to start with registering. I'm not sure if you registered Satendra for your Atma Linga. If you did, awesome. If not, definitely do that first, and somebody will contact you and help you out with the best place to go to. I thought Prakriti and Tamil turned to Sanskrit. That's not from what Swamiji said, Jesse. Swamiji said that Tamil and Sanskrit came at the same time. Ujwal. What is mind, body, and spirit? It's not the Dharma. I'm from Himalaya, Nepal, but but you know more than me. I'm just curious about 3 dimensions as written in Veda. Well, mind doesn't exist. The whole process of yoga, of Sanatana Dharma, is to drop even the idea and concept of mind, that and stop acknowledging its existence and just being with our consciousness. So I actually can't speak too much on depth in what is written in Veda specifically about mind, but even Patanjali and my guru, mind does not exist. And so when it comes to that question, I'm like, just like, don't even acknowledge mind. That's why Swamiji is always asking us to chant Mahavakya. It's just, and when you do this, if you continuously chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and you just have that continuously rotating in the Vishuddhi chakra, it's powerful. It can drop you and pull you out of that mental activity, and bring you to the true reality, which is that you have no mind. You only have consciousness and body. And this whole process of yoga, the lifestyle Sanatana Dharma, is all about bolting consciousness into the body, and vice versa, bolting consciousness or body into consciousness, and which is the practice of asana. And so just continuously understanding that you only have consciousness and body, and don't even acknowledge mind. Who is that? Uzwa. So that was a good question. I would have to go into a lot more research specifically to elaborate on what you're saying, but that's how I would approach that. Satendra is asking your Rudraksh Mala price. This is like my most cherished object. This was given to me by Swamiji. He blessed my wife and I, and put this mala on us, and so it's very dear to me. This was free. This was when I became an Adinavasi. Swamiji had given these to us. So this is a priceless object. This one in particular. I've done a couple of videos. I just released another video talking about where you can get good Rudraksha malas. Because there's so many different places that you can get them, but they're not energized. Are they actually authentic? Because sometimes you can find some malas in India that are just not real. They're not real Rudraksh. And so we partnered with this company, Om Shivaloka Jewelry. I'll put a link down in the description below after as well. But Rudraksha, how you spell it, if you do plan on searching for it, I'll just type it in. That's not how you spell it. Rudraksha. I posted that in the comments, okay? But this one is priceless. This one is priceless. Hey, Nityananda, Nithyananda, thanks for being here. Same with you, Hansaruju. Mr. Tamil Indian, please give fitness tips. I want whole day will be very active with good consciousness. That's a really broad question. Please give fitness tips. I want whole day to be very active. My first fitness tip would be waking up during Brahma Mahurta and practicing the Pratama Vinyasa Krama. A lot of people I've actually spoken with, they feel the difference. They feel more energized just from doing that. So when you're talking about fitness, you're talking, I'm going to go approach this from the perspective of health. Your health will improve. I can guarantee that. There's 2 different forms of fitness in Ayurveda, or 2 different forms of exercises. One is that actually creates energy within you. And that's what yoga is. That's what the Pratama Vinyasa Krama is. It's not, you're not exerting energy, it's creating energy within you. And creating energy within you improves health. Naturally, a byproduct of that is fitness as well. So if you want to improve fitness for anybody, if you want to improve health for anybody, the first thing I would say is your body is biologically prepared, designed to get up during Brahma Mahurta. And just the difference that you feel between waking up and doing yoga right away and not waking up late and not doing yoga. Certainly, if anybody here has done yoga during Brahma Mahurta, you just feel so good after the very last asana. As soon as you're done, Shavasana, you close with Puna Mantra, and it's like, oh my goodness, like I feel so good. But at the very, first asana, you might be hating yourself for being there. You're like, oh, like how did I get up? Like, why am I up so early? And you're really groggy. But by the time you're done, you've moved your body a little bit, but there's so much life energy flowing through you. That is the benefits of getting up during Brahma Mahurta. And obviously a byproduct of that is what you're asking for, Mr. Tamil Indian, is your consciousness will expand. Like you're just infusing consciousness when you perform the PDK. So if you want to be very active throughout the whole day, I always like to perform a little bit of like yoga asanas here and there. Like I'm constantly working on handstand. I'm constantly practicing. I'll just do not Surya Namaskars, but Uttanasana, Vrikasana. I'll get down into various different asanas, just like I'm opening up my body continuously just to let the nadis open up and the prana flow through. And I notice such a big difference between when I'm not moving my body and when I'm moving my body. So if you're wanting to just increase health, move your body more. And I guarantee you're going to experience a huge difference between the two. I hope that helps. I'm going to call you Mr. T, okay? Mr. Tamil Indian. Rugamai is asking why you love Sanatana Dharma. It's simple. I just experienced the bliss of the lifestyle. I love looking at everybody and just cognizing them as me. That wouldn't have come unless I understood Advaita, oneness. I love enriching others because I cognize that if that other person is me, then I only want to live for them. I love my guru's awakened my kundalini. He's awakened my third eye. He's given me like the most blissful experiences I could possibly imagine. Guru is a cornerstone of the Sanatana Dharma lifestyle. So Hinduism has just blessed me in so many different ways, and it's only because my guru showed me what Hinduism is. So that's why I love Sanatana Dharma. I continuously, I feel more empowered. I continuously feel more bliss. I continuously my life just improves on a day-to-day basis, no matter what it is I'm experiencing. And it's not to say I don't experience highs and lows. I definitely experience highs and lows. But even that, I understand them as psychological highs and lows. A teaching from my guru. And in actuality, those are just psychological or neurological, but I'm beyond that. I am all-pervading consciousness. I am Paramashiva. I have this conscious understanding, and it's like I'm invincible. I can't lose in the game of life. So I would say that's why I love Sanatana Dharma, just in a nutshell. And Subramanya is asking, what is the meaning of life? The meaning of life is if I continuously living these things this way that my gurus initiated me into, and ultimately the goal is moksha, it's liberation. There's 4 different phases of life as per Sanatana Dharma, and the end goal is moksha. So that's the meaning of life, is to understand that, look, we, just like the movie The Matrix, we are in a matrix, and Morpheus he can be seen as all of the gurus. Any guru is Morpheus. My Swamiji is, in my opinion, the ultimate Morpheus. And so the meaning is to pull ourselves out of this matrix to get to this space when we're in the body. So not like just like after birth, we get liberated. But when we're in the body, to cognize and live from that space of Paramashivatva, that I am Paramashiva, my consciousness is all pervading everywhere. That is the meaning or the goal of life. Kins, hello Judah, hello. Wonderful to be here and connect again. Can we consume honey after consuming neem juice? Harataki. You can actually mix honey into harataki. Okay? You can mix honey with harataki. Don't like overdo it, but that is something that doesn't change the consistency of it. Don't mix it with neem. You actually shouldn't be mixing honey with anything hot, and you should be having your neem juice hot. And of course, neem juice should be taken after yoga, and harataki could be taken after your meals. What I'm doing right now is I don't take harataki after my meals. I take harataki in the evening, and then I take triphala in the morning. So the timing that you take those things is important. Neem juice after yoga, though. But if you're struggling with that harataki taste, I totally hear you. You can mix a little bit of honey with that. If you can, I would try and get jaggery. If you don't know what jaggery is, Jaggery. It's a sweetener from India. That's a little bit better than honey. So I hope that helps. That was for, oh, there's so many comments. I keep losing my spot. That was for Ken's. Bakula, thank you for your detailed response. Hello, I'm waiting for Swamiji to materialize some Nithyananda for me to have deeper third eye experiences. I don't know. I can't remember if I did a video on this, but I did a video and I was like, is this the most sacred substance on the planet? I don't think I did, actually. But I plan on doing one, so now you know. But Nithyananda is the most sacred substance on the planet, in my opinion. And I have a container. If you've ever been to a program of Swamiji's before the end of 2018, you maybe have Nithyananda. Between 2016 and 2018, for that 2-year span, Nithyananda was used. Nithyananda meaning the sacred eyeliner, the sacred third eye eyeliner that you put onto your third eye. A direct initiation in the third eye awakening. The only place that you can get those is during a program. So the next time Swamiji announces a program, do not miss out if you're wanting that. It's so auspicious. The amount of experiences that I've had personally with it and what I've seen, it's beyond logic. Beyond logic. I will do a video specifically on Nithyananda and how it works, maybe, because I'm just not doing it justice right now. I need to really collect my thoughts on that and do a good video, structured video for that. So that's a good. Thank you for bringing that up, Maria. Hi, Judah. Could you blog your daily routine? Also, how to stay consistent with yoga? And could you share with us which powers have you been able to manifest? I can blog my daily routine. Yes, I will do that. I need to make a note of that, but I'll do that. Also, stay consistent with yoga. This is what I just mentioned before near the beginning of this session. If you weren't here, Priscilla started a WhatsApp group for no matter where you are on the planet. We've got a WhatsApp group with people from all over that have joined in. There's roughly 80 people there, and all we're doing is we're getting up in the morning and we're doing yoga, but like we're messaging each other. Like I'm not very active at all, actually, but I know Priscilla is, and I'm watching her in the group and whatnot, just keeping an eye on things. But so no matter where you are, if you're wanting to get up in the morning, you have just a support group. But ultimately, yeah, if you wanted to sleep in, like it's really easy. Like you just don't message in this WhatsApp group. So I would say have an integrity partner. Find one person that is willing to support you with this and help you get up. And maybe you call them in the morning, maybe they call you, doesn't matter. But I would actually, for me, it's Priscilla, it's my wife. It's really simple. We're just physically there with one another, but we're both holding that space of Kailasa. And this is why we're always encouraging people to be a part of Sangha, to reach out to Sangha, to have a spiritual community that is supporting you. So if you can think of one person off the top of your head that would support you in waking up, connect with them, talk to them, and truly authentically ask them for your support, or ask for their support, and reciprocate that. But that, for me, from my experience, there's times where I just don't want to get up. And if Priscilla wasn't there in that millisecond where I lost that battle, I know that she's always there to support me. And so that's the beauty of an integrity partner. And which powers have you been able to manifest? So I actually, I haven't done very many videos on this, and I really should be doing more. But when anybody has a healing request, I always, if they have a request, I just need a picture. Just send me a picture, a recent picture, and I can do a body scan. I've manifested consciousness over matter. I was there when the first initiations happened, moving the coconut. I've manifested, what else? Blindfold reading was never one that came to me. I got it a few times, like meaning like I got a couple words and here and there. But the amount of time I put into that, it hasn't been enough, to be honest. It was really frustrating for me at first when I was not getting it all, and I'm seeing other people around me getting it, and I have a self-doubting pattern. And so naturally, like the logical mind, and I'm very logical as well. And so the logical side of me is really taken the winning hand against blindfold reading. But I can say without a doubt, I have read a few words here and there. I've gotten shapes. So I've done various different things where I've seen the actual whatever's in front of me. But consistently, I've not manifested that power. And that's the one I never avoid this question, because I really do. I need to just consciously work on that more and more. And that's really only on me, and it's on anybody. Like, if somebody doesn't believe in the powers, that's great. Like, you have every right to, but are you actually consciously trying to manifest them for yourself? Are you actually working towards doing it? Are you being integrated towards that? Somebody telling me that they can't do Shirshasana is fine, but are you practicing it every day? Like, are you actively working towards that asana? If so, then okay, will persistence, continuously working towards that. Don't miss a day. Can always be integrated to your practice. And the same goes for the powers. Third eye is very much like a muscle. The more you use it, it will build in its strength. So without a doubt, that's the answer for anybody. Do you get angry about all lies created by? Yeah, I could say that I do. But sorry about that. Sorry about the technical glitch. The one thing with attackers is, or people that are speaking out against my guru, is like, yeah, they have every right to do that. And sometimes I feel anger come inside, like just flower up within me. But it's been such a real interesting process for me, where I'm so aware when anger arises within me now, and I can just consciously relax, release it. And I guess the best word to use is what Swamiji has been speaking about recently, is unclutch. I just unclutch from it. And you know what, growing up, I was an ice hockey player. I played professionally, so it was a very competitive environment. I enjoy a little bit of controversy here and there. Because I know, like, it's not like right versus wrong, but I know my experience. I know without a doubt, Swamiji is an authentic guru. I know without a doubt he can awaken your kundalini. I know without a doubt he can awaken your third eye, because these are my experiences. He's given me enlightenment. He's given me like the most incredible, like blissful experiences you can't even imagine. And I've seen him do this with other people as well. Now, that being said, there are people that surely are going to, just like any product, you're going to have people that don't like the product. You're going to have people that give a bad review on a decent product online. It's like, what can you do? You can't make everybody happy. And it's unfortunate that a lot of people are collectively coming together right now to show that, you know, this guru or Swamiji is fake, etc. And it's just like, there's such a small fraction of the thousands and there's millions of people that he's initiated all over the world, and you have this one little group that's soiling it for everybody. And so, yeah, anger does come up a little bit here and there, but I'm able to unclutch from it. Like, and this whole process has only increased that power of unclutching for me. So it's really interesting to see how, you know, Swamiji saying, like, nothing's falling apart, it's only falling into place. Like, this is a training for his disciples. Like, the strength that I feel, like the ability to unclutch from whatever's happening around me. Like, somebody could literally be like yelling at me and spewing hatred, and it does happen just in the form of video, but I don't need to be invested in it. And so it's really nice. Bro, talk about law of attraction and manifestation and practical tips for no fap. So I kind of touched base on manifestation a little bit already. I don't know if you were here for that, Matun, but law of attraction, that it's not about law of attraction, actually. Like, law of attraction is, you don't attract something to you. It's just the reflection everything's a reflection outside of you. So when you change your inner space, the outer world changes. Now, you can, for me, I when I came across The Secret, I started practicing, my battery's about to die, everybody. If you guys stay paused for 2 minutes, I'll get my charger, okay? So play a little music and I'll come right back, because I got a bunch of questions still. Apologies. Whew. Save the day. Sorry about that, everybody. This new setup is just sucking battery life, so I apologize about that. Where was I? Oh, talking about law of attraction. Yeah, so when I first had my spiritual awakening, I used this concept of law of attraction myself. I really I meditated just to be in the space of gratitude every morning. And then I really consciously tried to move into my day-to-day life and just always being grateful. And I felt like that did help me. So having that concept, there's nothing wrong with it, However, it's not a complete concept, in my opinion. So manifestation is a reflection of inner space. Gratitude is, in a sense, a tool to help change inner space, but it's not your inner space itself. Gratitude's an emotion. So if you're wanting to manifest, you start with your inner space. And when I really started to notice a difference was when I incorporated Swamiji's teachings: authenticity, integrity, responsibility, and enriching. And when I did that, at the time I was playing professional ice hockey, and I became a captain for the first time in my career. I played hockey for 25 years, and I was never the captain. I incorporated these 4 teachings, these 4 truths, and all of a sudden I was a captain. And this is just one way I like to give a tangible understanding, but a lot of different things in my life changed as well. And that wouldn't have happened if I was just focusing on being grateful. There's so much more depth to your space than being in a space of gratitude. And so for me, manifesting started with these 4 things. And it wasn't just that I became a captain. I actually got called up. I was playing one step below the NHL now. I was making a lot more money. So a lot of different things happened in my life from incorporating these teachings of Swamiji. But the most practical way is, in my opinion, embrace these 4 qualities. If you don't know much about them, I would just type in AIRE, AIRE, Nithyananda in YouTube, and you'll see a bunch of videos of him talking in much more depth about it. I watched these videos myself, and I experienced the benefits without a doubt. So I hope that helps. That was for the tune. Practical tips for NoFap. I did a NoFap series. There's at least 3 videos. If you have not yet watched those, watch those first. And then after you watch those, you can just send me a DM, message me on Instagram, and let me know you watched those, and if you had any questions, and then we can go from there. So I hope that helps, dude. I'll help you individual with that. Anybody that's struggling with NoFap, watch those 3 videos first and foremost, but understand that Bindu is life. Bindu, even so, we're constantly having this nectar of immortality drip down from the Sahasrara chakra. And if it gets below and into the Agni, the fire itself, the stomach region, you can just imagine, your Bindu just gets incinerated. It's evaporates in a sense. So even during the Pratama Vinyasa Krama, we perform Manduki Mudra, which is where you lift your tongue up and against the roof of your mouth. You can't see that, but that's to visualize, but not only visualize, to actually it's a mudra to capture the Bindu, this nectar of immortality. That's how important Bindu is. Now, Bindu is released each time that you ejaculate. So understand that you're increasing your aging. Like it's holding ejaculation is a method of anti-aging itself. You're reducing your life energy. There's so many negatives that come along with releasing semen, because of it's not the semen itself, it's Bindu. It's the life force energy that's you can maintain and keep within you and keep flowing within your body. So really just cognizing and meditating on the importance of maintaining it is also something that could help you. But I would first and foremost say, watch that NoFap sequence that I did of videos on my channel. Banara, thanks. I guess I need to just ease up. No problem. I'm glad that helped. Let me know how it goes. Send me a DM on Instagram as well. And let me know if that helped in a little bit. Raghav, you missed my comment. Sorry if I missed your comment. You'll find, would you consider Hinduism a religion? If yes, then why? If not, then why not? It's not a religion, in my opinion. It's not a religion in a lot of people's opinions. I don't know what your stance is on that, but for me, Hinduism is just like, literally a lifestyle. I don't need to do anything I don't want to do. However, I've experienced the benefits of a lot of the practices, and for me, because I've experienced the benefits, I'm choosing to live them. So like people are saying, getting brainwashed by Nithyananda is like, it's just the funniest thing ever. It's a choice to do and live this lifestyle, to do whatever you like. I don't need to put this on my third eye, but I cognize and I understand that the turmeric is cleansing the pineal gland. It's detoxifying. And so I want it there. I want to keep my awareness on my third eye. So I put my bindi there. I want to have jettas. I want to download consciousness. I want to hold energy in my rudraksha and be protected. I want to do puja because when I was practicing the gratitude meditation, it was like a fraction of the gratitude and the depth experience that I got from practicing puja. So these things, and I can just go on with everything, whether it's yoga, satsang, kriyas, everything is just like Ayurveda. Oh my goodness. Every part of Sanatana Dharma is just like adding on to my life. It's like, oh, you enjoyed that? Well, like try this too. And like, oh, you enjoyed that? Like try doing this to, and the more you authenticate it, the greater the experience as well. So it's not like a religion of do's and don'ts. You can do whatever you want. And if you want to incorporate something, great. And so I don't think it's a religion at all. It's just only been a blessing to experience. I hope that answers your question, Raghav. Pawan is asking, what is the secret of your muscular and model-like body? The secret is tapas. When you train your body, it is not like an instant gratification, and you won't see the results for a very long time. And even once you do see the results, if you want to see more results and better results, then you need to increase the intensity of your tapas. And that basically means that you need to be willing to go through pain. You need to be willing to face your fears. You need to be willing to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. And so training consistently is one of the main things that I would say to do in order to push yourself to a place you've never been. And so the secret is in integrity to being open to feel pain, because it's like anything worth getting in life, it doesn't come easy. But like even like people that are abusing Swamiji, none of them have, I don't think any one of them has built their body. They don't know what it means to go through the tapas of building your body. And there's no difference between building the body and growing spiritually. It's the same thing. It's the same tapas. You need to be willing to face your pain, sit with it, and continue moving forward. Now, I know this isn't like an exact answer of like, you need to go to the gym 3 times a week. You need to, like, there's a lot of things that you need to do. But the true reality of it is it's tapas. You need to be facing your fears. You need to be integrated to experiencing pain. You need to understand that it's a long-term thing. Yes, you technically can use powers, consciousness over matter, approaching it from a spiritual perspective. But that's only that, unless you're really unless you're like one of the top disciples of Swamiji, the best thing that you could possibly understand is that it takes tapas, it takes time, it takes consistency. And when you do bring those things, like, you'll experience a change, you'll see a difference. But that's like that question itself is like months. I could just go for a month talking about everything that you could be doing. But at the base, it's tapas. It's a willingness to experience going outside of your comfort zone every day. Hey, Holly, can you tell me how to mix the aushadha for yoga? So there's no mixing that's needed. All you need is bhasma. And I'm not sure if you're near a local temple that has bhasma or not. It's also known as vibhuti. I should actually put links for these somewhere so it's easy for people to find. But I just have a big bag of bhasma itself. That's the first aushadha for yoga, is applying bhasma on all 16 points of your body. The second one is sandalwood paste. So you don't need to mix that. But you can just put a little water on your hand and then put it that's for bhasma. Put it on your temple. The next is turmeric, which would be the same thing, applied to your temple. And then yananjana, and that's applied to your third eye. So you don't need to mix any of those aushadhas for yoga itself. So they're all just substances that are whole on their own. So I hope that helps. And then I saw another one, but I lost my spot. You were asking about neem. A lot of questions. If you guys are sitting through all this, I appreciate it. Thanks for your patience. Is the neem drink taken after or before yoga? Neem is taken after yoga. And before yoga is turmeric with honey, turmeric juice with honey. Devayan is asking, how do I pass my semester? How do I pass my semester? Use your third eye. That's the consciously put your awareness on your third eye. Start with that. It's a pretty broad question, but that would be the first thing I would say to do. Put your awareness on your third eye. Are you still on Nirahara? Yeah, I'm on day like 172 or something like that. It's been going pretty good. The living Jiva. Hello, Judah. Nice to see you're here sharing your knowledge and awesome energy. Thanks for coming here, Francisco. I appreciate it. Yes, Nitya Dancer, Jaggery. It's not exactly raw cane sugar, I don't think, but it might be. I actually have never looked into what the exact consistency is. If anybody else can collaborate and say that, let me know. Sanjay, hey, from India. I appreciate you. I'm your big fan. All right. Thanks for being here. It's like midnight there, so I appreciate you being here. It is. Melin's saying Jaggery's made out of sugar cane. Awesome. Thank you. Ben is saying I had my first undeniable kundalini experience in the spine. Exactly. So there you go. Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Ben. Swamiji wasn't even physically there. He's initiating people through his Divya Sarita. Through it's not his physical body. And people can have kundalini awakening experiences. It's incredible, and you're not gonna believe it unless you experience it. If you do believe it, already, then that's great. It's a blessing. But for the people that have logical minds who are like, Nithyananda's fake, like you can't awaken kundalini, doesn't awaken third eyes, go to the temples, go through the initiation process. I guarantee you will experience something. And if you haven't experienced it yet, it's going to happen. That's a guarantee. So I appreciate you sharing that, Ben. The sensation was of my spine being pulled into a better shape and energy flowing. I tried to unclutch 100% and managed 95% with 5% thinking about the pain. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Sanjay, hello. Intensity began to drop after a couple of minutes. I was left with no pain. Following on, the profound experience was a connection to Swamiji from just focusing on his three eyes with mine. That's awesome. I look forward to tonight's process. I don't anticipate as much pain as my spine is strengthened and remolded. Fearlessness and unclutching are at my center. Feeling abundant gratitude to yoga. I do about a half Ashtanga sequence. I look forward to practicing 108 sequence. Feeling abundant gratitude to Brahma Mahurta. Awesome. Awesome, Ben. Swamiji has been taking a lot of different metal. He's been talking a lot about different metal. That describes how it feels. I don't feel tired. I feel different, like a different metal. The WhatsApp group is a blessing. It makes it so much easier knowing that so many people are doing the same wake up. I moved the coconut. It jumped twice in the other hand. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing all that, Ben. And if anybody out there is interested in the WhatsApp group, again, it's just a basic WhatsApp group. It's like there's no money being charged or anything. And all we're doing is just we're acknowledging, hey, I'm up. Are you up? Everybody up in Europe this morning for Brahma Mahurta. Hey, North America, you guys up? East Coast, is everybody up? And so we're just like there for each other. It's just a group, a team to help us get up and not stay awake, but get up for Brahma Mahurta, be integrated to practicing yoga during Brahma Mahurta. So if you're interested in that, after this session's over, I'm going to put that link in the description. So just come back to the video and I'll make sure that it's there. Okay. And yeah, it's that support group that I think, and this is something Priscilla put together. And I think it's been really great and helpful. And Ben, I appreciate you sharing that and saying the same thing. Where are we? Rizwana, I have money to donate so I can reduce my sin. Okay, I'll give you a link. If you go to kailasa.org, you can donate money there. There's a donation link there. I don't know how the exact link, but I'll put the website. kailasa.org. Okay. Dr. Ramu, you are very energetic. It's the kundalini. It's the kundalini flowing. It's a blessing. That's what it is. Rizwana, do you think Christian missionary attacking Swamiji to weaken Hinduism? I think there is no weakening Hinduism. I think it just the various attacks weaken the devotees and disciples, but Hinduism itself isn't weakened. And Hinduism itself it's the eternal Dharma. It's not going to go anywhere. However, we need to stand up for it. If you are practicing Hindu, you need to be you need to be aware that, yeah, we 100% are under attack, and it's disgusting to see some of the things that are done by the corrupt politicians, the corrupt media, the hidden agenda that is 1000% there. And it's really interesting because when I first, even before I got into spirituality, I was really into like Illuminati and things like that. And I was always like, what are they trying to hide? Like, what are they protecting themselves with? And, you know, at first you think it's about money, and you think it's about power, and you think it's about control, but it's really about spirituality. It's a spiritual warfare that we're in. So if you're woke in any sense, you need to understand that we're in a spiritual war, that this is a very real thing that's happening, and we need to band together. It's not just about one individual. It's not just about Swamiji holding the space. He's held the space, but he said even the other day in satsang, he needs people. He needs people that are willing to support the revival of Hinduism, the revival of a Hindu nation. And so it's not that Hinduism is being weakened in any way. I think it's an opportunity for us to stand and unite and strengthen Hinduism, though. And that happens through the individuals that are willing to stand and live the lifestyle of Sanatana Dharma. You know, a lot of people talk about being Hindu and whatnot, but they're not living it. You know, they're not incorporating it into their lifestyle. And so 1000% it starts there. And I mean, I could look at myself first and I could say, am I being fully authentic to that? And the answer would be no. I could be more integrated to that, and I can do more, and I can take more responsibility. And so I think it's all really about us looking in and answering those hard questions and acting from that space. The only weakness that is happening is by not doing anything and feeling like we're being attacked and that we can't do anything in response. In actuality, it's just that's a self-inflicted wound that we're going through. So the attacks are actually it's a very auspicious thing in a lot of ways. You know, I've never felt so much love for Sanatana Dharma until it was attacked. You know, I loved it, but then, you know, all these attacks started happening, and it's like I just realized how much more I love it, because all the techniques that I'm given by my guru, all the practices that I have is only empowering me in the face of people like people say disgusting things to me on a daily basis just because of my decisions and my choices that I've made. And I would never have been able to handle these types of things if it weren't for the things that I was taught by my guru and the lifestyles that I live of Sanatana Dharma. And so it's a huge blessing in a way, these attacks. However, it is not a blessing to just sit there and not do anything about it. So the activism is very much important. Can Blissful Athlete talk to me or answer my question? I like his calm demeanor. I think I got your answer, Ruswana, right? If not, please put it down below again and I'll get to it. We're at an hour 14, but I'll keep going because there's still a bunch of questions. So if you're here and you haven't had your question answered, I appreciate your patience. Thank you. Grindwald, brother, stay strong in the storm. The real test of disciples. I'm going through the same. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Is my internet okay over there? It seems really slow, so I hope everybody can still hear me okay. It looks like my video is barely moving. Grindwell, I appreciate that though. Yes, it's all about just continue living blissfully, live our lives continuously. you're there and you're able to hear me still, it looks like just my computer's taking too much juice and it may die. So if it does, I apologize. Is everybody able to hear me still? Is everybody able to? Okay, so I'm going to have to end this session here, everybody. I apologize if you did not get your answers or your questions answered, but my computer's just slowed down too much right now. It looks like the audio is coming through, but the videos, there's something wrong with it. So I'm going to take note of all these other questions and I will get to them next weekend, okay? So make sure that you come back next weekend, Saturday, same time, and we will make sure that we answer those questions for you, okay? If you tuned in, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much, as always. And if you have any other questions, always feel free to leave them in the comments. Actually, if you leave your questions in the comments, I would actually appreciate that over a DM because it helps with engagement and grow the channel, which is ultimately one of my goals, is to continuously grow this channel. So if you do want to support me, I always do appreciate that, leaving comments, and I'll answer those as best I can as well for you there, okay? Thank you so much for being here, everybody. If you are taking part in the Atma Linga process, day 2, enjoy. I know exactly what you're in for. It's going to be awesome. Excited for you. And if you have not signed up for that, I'll leave a link for that as well down below. Check out all the links in the description that I talked about. I'll post those as soon as I end this broadcast, and we'll see you guys next week and see you in later videos. We'll close with the Purna mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyade Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyade. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Paduka Paramastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, Nithyanandam, everybody. Have a great weekend.